hold the moment is how the moment will hold you. Right? I think that's really beautiful. The way I hold the moment is how the moment will hold me. And then he says that the fourth one is realizing that the true moment is that the true holding is standing naked in the now, right? Being present to not going off in your automatic narratives, but to sensations in your experience of right now, okay? Now, I think that's naive to stop there, right? Because you're not going to stop there, right?
You're not going to stop there, and it's not an unmediated opening.
Yes, totally.
Yeah.
But it does get you back into connecting with what's happening right now with reality, right? And you can start to make distinctions and genius cycles. And then we can create like fifth holding environment, right? Like that dirt, right? And then sixth, dirt, and then didn't, right?
And these are the processes of creating a coaching relationship.
Yeah.
A conscious community.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Now the thing that I would add in here is I would add in a 3.5 stage, which is critical evaluation and articulation. Right, which is this.
That's what he. That's his process.
Right. And partially because I think it's a richer model, and partially because I just like it more. It's the past, present, future, other, self, observer.
Yeah.
Right, and to be able to take all of these perspectives. And then have communication between the perspectives.
Yes.
And awareness. What does that perspective look like from here? Right? So you can have, like in this case, you go over into the present, let's say you're in present self, right? And you have the past parent judging the present self, but you watch it from the future self.
Yes.
Right? This is kind of gets into the Wilber Combs idea where you've got what's going on, and the interaction, and then you've got where you're looking at it from, right? Because there's the interaction that's going on, and then the levels that you're looking, the levels in the perspective you're looking from, and you have to consider both of those whenever you're looking at something, because what's happening is a function of the nature, but how you understand it is a function of how you're looking at it, and you have to have both the frame and the data. You have to understand both from this higher perspective in order to make sense of it. The dialectic, this, but I mean, basically, that's what he's doing experientially through this process that brings this recreation into conscious awareness, so that you can then begin to go into a now. Now that now, I'm saying that now is constructed. It's constructed by this, right? Because you could say, now go in and feel it. It's like the hypnotic thing when NLP used to study therapists. They used to notice how, you know, the client might go, the therapist might say something, the client goes, oh, right? And Milton Erickson would always say the same thing.
Oh.
He would go, that's right.
Yeah.
Right? And in saying that's right,
that
feeling grows. It gives us official permission. And plus, when someone says, that's right, you go, wait a minute, they're saying that's right. What are they seeing that, oh, and I kind of take on their perspective that it's right, and it grows. Yeah. Or you could go, the person goes, oh, you say, no, stick with me. Right? So now the client had the insight, but it gets discounted.
Yes.
Or the person goes, oh my God, I used to do it that way. And the therapist says, yes, that's how you do it. Right? The client goes, I used to do it that way. In their representation, it's already past tense. They're doing something else. And the therapist says, oh, you're doing it that way. Puts them back into present tense. taking the work that was just done and collapsing it.
Yes.
Right? So the way that you build this now is a function of the process.
Yes.
The nature of that now is the function of this process.
Yes. Yes, which is this is what I would like to do with this exercise, is like, okay, do that for a while. Now you have the sense of now. If from this now, right, from this now, what kind of self would spontaneously arise? Is that color? What does it feel inclined to do, right? Now, from this sense of self, and notice how that they're inseparable and spontaneous. Interesting.
Right?
Right. Or and you can just and you can start to build that out.
Here's the thing that is difficult to teach. Everything you just said, there are the words you said, and then there's the being or the nonverbals with which you said them. So, if that self were to be a color, what color would it be? Right?
This is why
it's okay. Now, and just spontaneously, right? Now do the same thing if I do this. Now, does it have a color? If it were spontaneous, what would it be? Right? Completely different answers are going to come up.
Right.
The relationship is always like the clearing that's created is a function of, oh wow, if there's a clearing in a forest, it's because it got cleared. The clearing is a function of the method of clearing.
Way of being. This is the thing that I want to. This is why I'm focusing on a relationship. Doing all this stuff around a relationship here is going. Because if I were to summarize the way I am with people, when I'm with them, I'm permeable. I'm transparent. I give a shit. For real. And I'm really there. I'm me. I'm distinctively me, right? Those are the components, right? That way of being, right? That comes out, the thing that's hard to teach.
What does it mean to be distinctively Guy?
Right.
Right. What does it mean to be distinctively Mark?
Yes.
Right? I'll tell you, like, I looked at when I'm in my core state, right? When I've done a core transformation or I've done some type of work that has me go, oh my God, I'm free. I've gotten to an ecstatic state.
Yes.
Right? When I get to that ecstatic state of, what is the nature of that state? Right? In questioning that, I found that has a particular nature that I needed a name for.
Yeah.
So the name I created is Funjoyment.
Yeah, I call it Mark.
Yeah. And you in a sense call it wonderment.
Yes.
Right? That is the me that you bring. And so when you're working with someone, guess what they feel?
Wonderment.
Wonderment. When they're working with me, guess what they feel?
Ecstatic bliss.
Yeah. Yes. Ecstatic funjoyment.
Yes.
Like excitement at the possibility of what's true in their life, not because of anything they need to do.
Yes.
But because it's their life and they get to. Right? Yes. That's what people often feel when they're with me, because that is the clearing that I create from them based on who I'm being in the process of clearing, based on that nonverbal communication, and be spontaneous about it. And if it were a color, what color would it be? If you say, what color would it be versus what color would it be? Completely different experiences.
Yes. And it communicates, yes, totally. Here, I want to, here, hang on one second.
Okay. And then if you're ready, I'll go into the thing I wrote up here.
I just want to.
Cool. And one more piece for good luck. So, when you let go of the transformation, when you recognize that opening, you experience ecstasy, right? Ecstasy is the natural, inherent state. This existence exists. Our nature gets ecstasy.